Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this session we are going to cover about some basic shell commands for Git operation. Since mostly Git operation are done on command line terminal or a command line utility tool, for that reason it becomes much important for everyone to know some basic shell commands to navigate between folders and to create files. So in this session we'll see some commands for directory management and as well as file management. So these are the few commands that we'll be covering in this topic for directory management, that is mkdir for making a directory, rmdir for removing or deleting a directory, cd for changing the path, ls for listing the file, and ls space hyphen la for listing all the details of the files that are present under a folder. Maybe it is for hidden and all that is used over here. For file management we'll use some commands like touch for creating a file, rm for a single file, rm for removing a single file, rm for multiple file. Also we'll see how to remove a multiple file within a single folder, cat command for viewing content of a particular file, then vi we'll see for editing the content of a file, copy command we'll see for copying the file from one location to other location, we'll see for single file copy and multiple file copy as well over here, and then we'll have some other commands of changing the permission of folder as well. So let's get started. So you can see my terminal is open and I am by default navigated to my home directory. So before going forward, so for those who want to increase the font size of their terminal, I will recommend you to go to first on the terminal tab on the top, go to preferences, and then under profiles I will request you to go to text and then click on change under font. So once you click on change, you can see the font window has been opened and the size by default is 24. So this is my set size, so by default it comes something else. So if you want to change it, you can simply type something like 26 or 27. For me 24 works fine, so I have selected 24. After doing changes, just click on cancel and then click on close. So it's all done. So if you have made some changes and you want to see the changes, you have to close the terminal window and then open it again. So let's get started. So as I told, like once you open the terminal, you will be by default navigated to your home directory. So if you want to see the directory path, so I'll print it by using pwd. So you can see it is user/Gagan standard. So this is my working directory. So let's navigate to some of other directories. So let's see how many directories or how many subfolders are present under Gagan standard. Type ls and see. Okay, so you can see there is a list of all the subfolders present under Gagan standard is displayed. So I can go to any folder by typing cd, that is change directory. So I will be changing my directory from current directory, that is Gagan standard, to either one of these. So let's opt for desktop, that is present over here. So I'll go to cd and I'll type cd space the subfolder or the folder name or the directory name. I'll type desktop, that is desktop, hit enter. So this is one way of doing it. Else we can do a tab as well. I'll show it in the upcoming video. So now let's create one folder under desktop. So let's see first how many folders or directories are present under desktop. So I'll just type ls again. I'll see, okay, there is one directory that is present, that's called test repo. So for today's video we'll create one directory. I'll type mkdir and give the directory name, that is git repo, hit enter. So you can see it has been created. Now let's check it under desktop. I'll again type ls. So you can see now there is two folders or directories created here, that is one is test repo and another is git repo. In the previous step it showed only one directory, that was test repo, and now it is two, so that means it is created. So I'll type rmdir and I'll give the directory name. So it is rmdir git repo. I'll remove that. So now you can see it is successed, and I'll again check the folder and yeah, it is all deleted. So you can see only one repo or only one directory is present, that is test repo, and the one that was created previously, that is git repo, is deleted. So that's how to use make directory and remove directory. So if you want to see the current path, that is your current path is by using pwd, we can see user/Gagan standard/desktop. And if I want to go to my home directory, that was over here user/Gagan standards. So I'll simply type cd, hit enter. You can see we have moved to our home directory, that is desktop is not present over here. If I type again pwd, hit enter, you can see the path is changed now to user/Gagan standard. So this is how we can see, or we can move back to our home directory. Now we'll again go back to our previous directory, that is desktop, and I'll just do one more thing, is like I will just see how many subdirectories are present on the desktop. So I'll just do an ls. Okay, so there is only one subdirectory present. So I will do one more thing, is like I will again go back to my home directory and I will type an ls over here. So you can see there is 9 subdirectories or directories present under Gagan standard, that is over here. So under this subdirectory or directory, I can say there are 9 subdirectories present. So now let's see in detail how many other files are present apart from these. So I will type ls space minus la. So now you can see there are some other files that are also displayed over here apart from the one that was shown previously with ls, that is .zsh underscore history, .trash, .ds underscore store, etc. So this is how we can use ls minus la. So la will display all the directories or all the folders that are present under the particular directory. So it will also show you the hidden directories. So if you can see .zsh underscore history is the directory that is hidden, so it showed that as well. So I'll clear the terminal again, go back to my current path. Yeah, it's user/Gagan standard. So now we have seen previously we were able to navigate to desktop and then we checked which directory is present and then we moved, right, we're using cd. So now we will be using one command, that is change directory again, and we'll be providing the path directly. So in previous video we have seen we have gone to desktop, entered, then we have seen okay how many folders are there, how many directories are there, then we went again cd/test repo, and then we were done. So then we saw our working directory list and we were able to see the path as desktop/test repo. So now let's go back and see how we can directly navigate to this path, that is desktop/test repo, rather than doing 2-3 steps over here. So that's why we'll use again change directory and we will provide one folder path that will be desktop/test repo and hit enter. So you can see we have again navigated over here with this one command. So cd can also be used to provide the file or the directory folder path as well. That's all about directory management commands, and let's start for the file management command. So I'll start fresh, I'll close my terminal and open again. Once you are landed on the terminal screen, you are on your home directory. So for me it is user/Gagan standard. So I'll navigate to my desktop folder and you can see desktop is there and there is no directory under it. So let's create one directory. So I'll use one make directory command and I'll create one directory with name, let's say directory 1, and I will create one more directory with name directory 2. So let's move on to directory 1. Yeah, so you can see directory 1 is empty. As you can see ls we are doing and we are seeing there is no list of, or there is nothing present under directory 1. And let's create one file. So I'm using touch to create a file. Let's say the file name is file1.txt. So you can see a file has been created with the name as file1.txt. So we have not provided any content inside the file, though the file will be empty. So let's see what exactly is present under this file. Type the command cat with the file name and you can see there is nothing present inside it. So let's go and modify this particular file. So we'll type the file name after the vi command. So I'll say file1.txt. Yes, so you can see the editor has been opened. So you have to type the content over here. So this is one of the editors that I am using to modify a file. So let's say the content of the file says my world. So I'll just hit an escape. I will type wq and hit enter. Now we'll see the content of the file by using type command. And you can see, yes, the file contains this value. So now we have seen how to create a file using a touch command, how to view the content of a file, and how to modify or edit a file using vi command. So you can see the command has executed and we can see there is a content inside the file with the name file1.txt and the content says my world. So this is all done for file creation. Now let's see how to delete a file. So I'll just type rm space the file name and you can see it's executed. Let's see. So you can see now there is no file present under directory 1, which means it has been deleted with the command rm. So now we have seen how to create as well as delete the file. Now what if we have multiple files present under a directory? How will you delete these files? So let's create some file. So I'll just type again the command touch file1 .txt. I'll create one more file, let's say file2.txt, and let's see, we're creating one more file with the file name file3.txt. So now you can see we have 3 files created here. Let's clear the console. So we'll see how many files are there. So in directory 1 we are just doing ls, so we can see there are 3 files present inside directory 1 folder. So now let's see how to delete a file with or all the files with the extension .txt. So I'll again use the command called rm space star dot, and I want to delete a file with the extension .txt. So I'll just type .txt, hit enter. So now you can see the command has been executed and it is success. So let's do a ls again, and you can see there is no file present under directory 1. So now we have seen how to delete multiple files that are present within a directory, and it is success. Let's again create some file with name, let's say file5 or file4.txt, file5.txt, and one more file with the name 6.txt. Now we'll see how many files are there. So you can see there are 3 files present under directory 1. Now as we know, we have 2 directories on the desktop folder. So let's go back to desktop directory. So I'll just do cd space dot, and you can see we are on the desktop side. So we are on the path that is user/gagan_standard/desktop, and we have 2 directories or subdirectories, that is called directory 1 and directory 2. So we have seen in directory 1 we have 3 files, that is file4.txt, file5.txt, and file6.txt, and now we want to copy the content of file4 of directory 1 to directory 2. So let's see how to do it. So I'll just use the copy command, and I will give copy space the path, that is slash, or I'll give this directory slash. So I want to copy all the content, that is all the files. So I'll just want to give as star, that is generic thing, to give .txt, and then I will give the other directory name. So I will just give one second, the other directory name, that is directory 2, hit enter, and yes, it is done. So let's navigate to directory 2, and you can see all the 3 files are present in directory 2. In the previous step we have seen how to copy content of one directory to another directory, and it has been success. So we can see, like in directory 1 we had 3 files, that was over here, and we have copied the same files in directory 2 and it worked. So now let's see how to copy one file content to another file. So as we are in directory 2, let's modify one file. Let's say I'm modifying file4.txt and typing something, let's say my new world. Let's save it. I'll just again click escape or press escape, then I'll type wq, and it's done. Let's see the content. It is file4.txt. So you can see it has been done over here. Now let's copy and create one more file with the same content. So I will say copy, then space, I will give the file name as file4.txt, and I want to create one more file with the same content. So I'll just type the name as, let's say, file10.txt, and hit enter. So you can see I'm able to copy the content of one file into another and create that file. So in this step we have created one more file. So if I do again ls, so you can see we have 4 files now. Previously we have 3 files. So we have seen the file 1 is added, that is file10.txt, and let's see the content of the file, and I'll do this file 10.txt, and yes, it has been copied. That's it for today's session. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Do like, subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.